my heart. I was once stuck in Frozen too. Greatest superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people.
All right, hello.
And that, of course, Gina is with heart, integrity, and authenticity. Gina, what's up? Having a little camera difficulty myself. We'll be on a little bit, but Gina, take us in and welcome. If anybody is heart-centered in this planet, it is you, Gina Ritchie. How are you?
Thank you, Sean. I am doing well, and we are live here at the Real Raw, a place where we get to see and experience how influence is a superpower. The Real Raw is like a combination of a sales training and networking event, Toastmasters meeting, a TED, and a TEDx talk, all wrapped up into one. It gives people the opportunity for a stage and a microphone to form ecosystems, make more money in less time with more magic, all with the use of the formula, which Sean Callagy curated for the past 23 years. Sean Callagy.
We're good on me, Gina. Let's drop in. Okay. We'll do that.
Okay.
We'll do that a little bit later. Never mind me. Let's get to these fine folks. But thank you for that kind desire to make that introduction. But yeah, let's roll it with these amazing and fine folks.
Okay, you got it. So first off, our role player, the amazing Teresa Trigas Pfefferly. She is also known as TTP.
TTP is in the house.
What's going on?
TTP in the house. She's a realtor, a Keller Williams. She creates relationships for life by advising her sellers with preparing, marketing, and negotiating favorable terms of sale. Teresa guides her buyers in location and property selection while advocating to win them the home of their dreams, even in competitive markets. She creates relationships for life by helping her professional partners, supporting them achieve their business objectives, and by caring for their referrals and helping them make moves. Her specialties are listings, expired listings, complicated transactions, estates, divorce, multiple property transactions, SFR, short sale foreclosure certified, and CRES certified as well. So
TTP, what the heck is FFR and CRS and all these acronyms? All I know is you got 170 agents, you rock it, and you're a superstar. What is those other acronyms, real quick, just for fun?
Okay, short sale foreclosure resource. And
got it.
Certified distressed property expert.
Nice, excellent. And how about a fun fact, TTP?
I have a ginormous French Mastiff that likes to slobber every time I walk through them all over my clothes.
We have slobbering on TTP in the house on Thankful Thursday.
Yeah.
Gina, let's get to some fine, amazing contestants because there's like S's all over the place today. So please.
Oh yes, absolutely. First of all, we have Mr. Sam Falone. He is a solutions advisor at A-Line Cybersecurity. He's 25 years old, and he's had sales jobs that range from flipping textbooks in college to door-to-door sales. He's a thrill seeker, and I'm going to let you share your fun fact, Sam.
Sam, welcome on Thankful Thursday to the Real Raw. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for the introduction there. And the fun fact has to go along with that thrill-seeking aspect. And what I did was for my mother's 60th birthday, surprise her by taking her up in a plane and jumping out with her. So she was a little bit apprehensive to find out that was her present, but she was very grateful for the experience. And I was as well for being a thrill seeker. I would recommend skydiving to anyone else who is interested in that type of event.
Boom, brother. That is awesome. I will drop in on that fun fact in a bit. Gina, have you done some skydiving yourself?
Not yet. It's on the bucket list. I jumped off a building in Las Vegas last year. Next up, skydiving. It's always been on my list.
And I think you did something crazier than skydiving about 2 weeks ago. But we'll come back to that. So, Sam, welcome on this Thankful Thursday. Great job, brother. And yes, there's more S's in the house, Gina.
Absolutely. Next contestant, we have Sonia Robinson. She founded Love Story, a specialized and exclusive matchmaking firm with the mission to create an innovative and compassionate approach to finding lasting love. Combining science, intuition, and exceptional service, Sonia passionately explores new and unique ways to help people all over the country attract and keep love in their lives. On any given day, Sonia is a concierge, a best friend, a confidant, an executive recruiter, a data analysis, a relationship coach, utilizing her education in psychology, her mind for business, and her passion for helping people find love. She speaks my language with hundreds of matches, engagements, and marriages under her belt. Sonia looks forward to helping you write your love story. Away from the office,
Sonia, drop it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sonia's dropping the mic. Go ahead, Gina.
Definitely. Well, I was just going to say that she says away from her office, she focuses on her time and attention, all of her time and attention on her family, and she currently lives in Newport Beach, California. So welcome, Sonia.
Thank
Surf's
you.
up, Sonia. What's up?
Thank you for having me. Sorry you can't see me. I have technical difficulties evidently, and I don't know what's happening, but thank you for having me on the show. It's exciting to meet all of you, see all of you.
Awesome. And Sonia, what is a fun fact for you?
Fun fact is a gentleman client of mine recently, one of my last marriages aired on Selling Sunset. I don't know if you guys know that show, but it's on Netflix and it was pretty amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. And how far do you live from Dana Point in Newport Beach?
Oh, I'm in Newport Coast. I'm like 15 minutes.
Boom.
So.
Dana Point, one of my favorite surf places ever. Coolest place, Gina and company. Because I live in Long Beach Island, New Jersey, which had a crazy event for people in our elite program the weekend before last, and did some surfing in like pre-hurricane conditions. Craziness. We'll drop in on that later. But Dana Point was so wild because you go out there, and there was like 150 surfers in the ocean, just like
beautiful.
chilling. And they're like talking, just like having like the way people would sit in a park and talk.
Mm-hmm.
This is how all these amazing people are talking. It's like laying on surfboards, like having coffee. It was like wild. It was one of the neatest experiences ever. So congratulations, Sonia, on living in an extraordinary part of the world.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just moved here actually from Marin County during the pandemic in late May. So I escaped all the crazy fires and all the craziness happening up there, which is so sad, but I'm happy to be in Newport. Every day is a vacation here.
Yeah, that's beautiful. My heart goes out to everybody being affected by the fires, and congratulations again on living in such a beautiful place and having every day be a vacation. That's awesome. Yep. Gina, you like every day to be vacation, yes?
I definitely like every day to be vacation. Fun,
so
magic, and love. So let's roll on.
Boom.
All right. One of our judges is Simon Lerner. Simon
Wait a minute. We have Sam, Sonia, Simon, Sean. Like, Gina, what are you doing here? This is like the S Factory. Come on.
It's the S Factor, and it's super powered, amazing people, and I'm loving it. But get this, Simon Lerner is a 20-year-old stocks and options trader. He's event host and I know. He's the event host and founder of NetCon, a platform designed to unite entrepreneurs by providing online and in-person resources to learn about online business acumen. Since leaving college, he has been helping others become more financially literate. Simon has over 1,400 traders from 15 different countries. He has spoken on numerous business events. His life's mission is to reform the business education system and build schools in underdeveloped countries. Like, wow, incredible.
Simon, dude, that's crazy. Listen, can you help me out, Simon?
How are you, Sean?
Yeah, I'm great, but could you help me out, please?
Absolutely, would love to. Would love to help you out.
Yeah,
and would love
so
to.
Not that it's a financial dynamic, but you know, it might be a little bit more fun to send it to charity. So I'm paying 2 college tuitions right now for my son and daughter. It sounds like you might be able to share a thing or two about perhaps altering that approach, and maybe they could be like paying me for hanging out and like following the business model of building something. So could you help me out with that, Simon?
Absolutely. I mean, for me personally, for business, I ended up leaving college when I was 18 after 2 semesters in business school. I found that for myself personally, for business, that I was learning more driving to and from school, listening to business podcasts than I did in a business classroom, because a lot of the professors were not practitioners of what it is that they preach. I was sitting in my macroeconomics class, and we were discussing the stock market. And during that time, I was on the side, picking up the hobby of trading stocks and investing in the stock market. And I came up to my professor after class, very curious and fascinated. And I was talking to him, hey, I'm currently invested in Tesla. I wanted to get your opinion about what it is that you think, and if I should sell, buy, just give me some advice. I'm super interested in this. He told me, Simon, listen, I appreciate your, enthusiasm in the class and in the stock market, but I personally am not invested in the stock market. So therefore I cannot give you, any advice on that. My wife doesn't let me buy any stocks. And I'm like, wait a second. So my parents are about to pay a lot of money, are paying a lot of money for college tuition, where I'm learning from a professor who's making $60,000 to $70,000 a year, and he doesn't even do the craft that he's teaching me. Why am I sitting here in a classroom about to invest 4 years of my time to learn from people of such caliber?
Yeah.
Let me go out there and find mentors who actually have the experience that I'm looking to acquire and have been where it is that I'm trying to go, and learn from them. Find mentors who, have the results that I want to achieve. Because as they say, the apple doesn't fall far away from a tree. So if I'm an apple growing on a tree, I want to be growing on a prosperous tree and learning from people who have experience and results in the areas that I'm trying to do.
So brother, you are in the right place. It resonates hugely, everything you're sharing. And my laughter was not at anyone. I don't laugh at people. I certainly was not laughing at the professor. I in fact, honor his integrity for sharing that truth. And it took a lot of courage from him. But what I do shake my head at and is how systems are so crazy in the educational dynamics of this country. So Simon, congratulations. That is a super fun fact that you left school after that dynamic. Any other fun fact you want to share with this amazing group for today?
Absolutely. So another fun fact would be that actually I was born in Russia and I was raised there, and I came to America when I was 13. Didn't speak a word of English, so it took a lot of getting used to and acclimating to the American culture, I guess, in the past 8 years now that I've been here. But it's been quite a journey. Wow. And I've embraced it. And
wow. Welcome to America, brother, and capitalizing on the American dream and possibility. And you are wildly impressive. So thank you, Simon, for being here.
Appreciate you, Sean.
Simon, incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Boom. Right. Yes. Gina, yes. We got some more folks.
We sure do. We have Daniela Dragas. She is
Wait, Daniela is breaking the S process. Like, what is happening, Daniela? You're breaking up the S. Oh, amazing. Yes, please, Gina.
She is the D process. Daniela Dragas. She is a CEO of the Lending Corporation. Which is a lending and business consultancy in real estate construction, commercial, sports arena, including Premier League soccer in the UK. And incredible. She was at Bear Stearns as Senior Vice President, Asset Manager. The career continued on her own lending consultancy company, and she's a board member for Football for Peace and co-owner of Global Football. Yeah, Pro USA and UK. Wow, incredible.
Daniela dropping the mic, opposing hooligans, working at Bear Stearns, making things happen in the world. And Daniela, welcome. And what's a fun fact from you? And do you happen to be in the UK right now?
No, I'm not in the UK. I love soccer. Big fun fact. I also do residential lending as well. So Teresa, we need to talk down there. So that's always good fun. Let me see. Fun fact, is that what you asked me? Oh my gosh, I have skydived. Going back to that, and I love to do it, and I would do it again.
Awesome, Daniela. Awesome. And where are you located in the world today?
Same place I was last time. I am in sunny Florida.
Beautiful, sunny Florida, Daniela. Yes. And I am recalling Daniela's amazingness. It is all becoming clear now. So Daniela, welcome. So happy to have you here. Gina, we have one final amazing human being on today's Thankful Thursday Real Raw.
Yes, we do. Another judge, Melanie McSally. Melanie McSally is one of the country's leading authorities on streamlining business to maximize profits. She has a giant smile, by the way, and she's just absolutely glowing. She graduated top of her class in engineering school and in her Master of Engineering Management program. Holds a number of certifications, including a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt. She has helped top. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa is right.
Melanie throwing Six Sigma roundhouse kicks, spinning back kicks, and a few reverse fist punches. Yes. So Melanie is in the house. That is a super fun fact, Melanie, and welcome to The Real Raw.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, absolute pleasure to have you here. So do you like wear your Six Sigma black belt when you are crushing it and streamlining finances? Is that like part of the gi and the uniform to make magic happen in the businesses that you work with?
No, because most of my clients do not speak tech at all. So they think that the black belt means that I know karate. So it's not as impressive to them, but that's okay. It still helps me with the streamlining.
Yeah. So I will drop in, may I, Melanie, and everybody jump in with my fun fact for today.
Yes, please, everyone. Yeah, let's hear it, Sean.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's hear your fun
Okay,
fact.
so my fun fact is I'm a blind guy that taught a blind guy to surf in the last month, and he gave me a black belt, his actual black belt that he achieved through his martial arts career in a variety of different disciplines, and he put on it, Sean, the Surf Sensei. So that is my fun fact for today. And my secondary fun fact, I will take Gina's. Gina, would you drop in on your fun fact of what you were doing 2 weekends ago, since we're talking about skydiving, crazy things, and what were you doing at, let's see, like midnight on a Sunday night in Long Beach Island, New Jersey?
Oh, yes, I would love to drop in with that because I, along with about, 50 other people, including you, Sean Callagy, jumped into the ocean somewhere around midnight, hurricane waters, jumped in, and I got shaken around like a sock in a washing machine, and it was crazy and fun, and I was getting tossed all over the place, flying into legs, having hands pull me out of the water. It was crazy.
Yeah. And Daniela, had you been in the UK, Gina was on her way there before it grabbed her by the ankle and pulled her back in from the double overhead waves that we were encountering in Long Beach.
You're on your way
it's
there.
Not just, yeah, she was on her way to see you and your kindreds, and Peter Slane, our dear friend from the UK. And yes, Sonia, it is not just in Newport Beach that we have massive surf swell, because Craig from SoCal, who's in our program and mocked the waves of New Jersey all the way leading up to that amazing weekend, got crushed by the New Jersey ocean and said he will never mock the New Jersey waves again. And yes, this is what we do here. We have fun. We have fun on The Real Raw. We'll talk about what this is a little bit later, but let's drop in. So round one, Gina, would you do the coin toss, Gina, before you head out on this amazing Thankful Thursday? Would you mind making that little who goes first decision?
I would love to. Let's have, since Sonia is the female of the two contestants, I'm going to give it to Sonia.
Okay. So you want my spiel, my love story matchmaking spiel? Is that what you'd like?
We can start it here. Yeah, this is amazing. So what this is, like what we're actually doing here, right, is we're talking about integrous, heart-centered influence and how exponentially more powerful it is from head to head as opposed to heart to heart. And we're also talking about how the exponential dynamics of that all occur. So a thought and an offer, and anybody, because we're going to check in on a few points throughout the day, we would definitely prefer, instead of your spiel, your amazing, heart-centered, integrous mastery and magic of putting human beings together. Because I think that's what you actually do, isn't it, Sonia?
That's what I actually do. Yes, that is. I've been in the matchmaking world now for many, many years. It is a passion of mine. Nothing feels better than to unite people together, whatever their relationship goals are. I bring those to life. It is the most gratifying experience that I've encountered professionally.
So can I jump in, Sonia? So here's what we're going to do, right? So TTP is ready to be anybody that you want her to be. She could be an ideal client. She could be like a TV producer who's going to bring you on her show. She could be an ecosystem partner, like perhaps a divorce attorney, a therapist, some other person in the world, whomever you want. The idea of the show is, how would you go from hello to yes with Teresa in 6 minutes? Like, how would you go about doing that? And it doesn't have to be an absolute yes, like to buy something. Maybe it's a yes to have a longer meeting. But what results in Teresa seeing her future in you? Like what, as a science, it looks like magic, is the dynamic of how people go from hello to yes. Because yes is like what unleashes everything in the world. There's no marriage, right, Sonia? Like Simon, Sam, Daniela, right? There's none of these things, Melody, that occur without somebody saying yes. Like businesses don't get built, marriages don't happen. In fact, businesses don't get destroyed, politicians don't get elected without people saying yes. So what does that look like? So who, Sonia, would you like TTP to be today that you would take from hello to yes?
I would say a potential client.
Awesome. And so would you like her to be a male or female?
She can be a female.
Okay. And what sort of like, what type of demographic? Like divorce, single, entrepreneur, like what? Yeah, just give us a little bit of her dynamic.
Okay, so she is, let's say she's 35 to 45, somewhere in there. She's a busy professional that wants to find her partner in crime.
Awesome. Let's take us in. And this is how about this, Sonia, TTP, so you speak somewhere, was super impressed and said, yeah, like, let's have a quick conversation. And whatever you would do in that 6 minutes, take us in. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to cut you at 3 minutes, by the way, halfway through and then continue it. So it's going to be like bifurcated in half. But don't worry, roll. We'll stop you at 3 minutes and TTP is going to have a phone call to get, and then she'll be right back. Okay? So
Okay.
TTP, just say ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Hi, Teresa. This is Sonia from Love Story Matchmaking. Thank you for your time today. I just want.
Hey, Sonia, thank you so much for calling.
Sure. I just wanted to follow up with you and give you a little backstory on me and what I do and my company, and then get into the details about what you're looking for and who you are and how we can move forward together. That sound good?
Sure.
So I've been in professional matchmaking for 8 to 10 years now. I started Love Story Matchmaking a few years back. It's a really valuable service for people that are busy, like you are, as yourself, busy professionals. It tends to attract successful people that have no time or no interest in online dating. Do you use any apps currently in your dating life?
I stopped using them because I found that it was just taking up too much time.
Exactly. The statistic now for online dating is that a fun fact about online dating is that people are using it 90 minutes per day. So I don't know about you, but in 90 minutes per day, I could have a six-pack, abs, or learn Italian or something. So I take all of that off the table. Professional matchmaking takes all of the disappointment out of online dating. It takes all the time that you would normally spend on that, and you come back with vetted matches that are matched with your preferences and based on your criteria points. So it is an invaluable way to meet people that you wouldn't ordinarily meet in your day-to-day life. I do a lot of due diligence when it comes to matches and screening and background checks, so it's completely safe. And it's a really fun way to meet qualified candidates. Tell me a little bit about yourself and who you're looking to meet.
Well, wow. So, I mean, that's hard to answer, right? Because we always have all these ideas about what the ideal person should be. And, if you could probably take a part of 5 different people, it would be the ideal person. But the truth is, it's probably someone who, again, is another busy professional. I'd prefer someone who's been married before, so they have a perspective on some bigger picture things. I'm open to someone who has children, being that I have children. I want to make sure that they understand what that parent-child relationship looks like. And
Right.
someone who's up for adventure.
All really good points. Do you see yourself getting married again, or are you looking more for a life partner?
More a life partner.
A life partner.
TTP, you got a quick phone call. We're going to pick it up from there in a minute, okay?
Okay, great.
Awesome. Sonia, how'd that feel for you?
It felt okay. It felt good. I mean, I think that she was engaged with me and she was interested, and I don't know, what do you guys think?
Yeah, we're going to get some feedback from the judges in a minute. All good, not feedback on you, feedback on that process and TTP. What would you say? You get one word for the connection and just a number for the depth of connection. What would you say?
I would say depth of connection was 5, and one word for the connection would be, I don't know, probably a little on the weaker side.
Okay, awesome. We're going to come back. So, Sam, you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right, Sam, who would you like Teresa to be?
Yeah, so Teresa's going to be the CEO of a software company, similar to a,
Awesome.
let's say, Paycom, payment processing company.
What size software company?
About $100 million revenue.
All right, $100 million revenue software company CEO. Teresa, take us in, please.
Ring, ring.
Hi, Teresa. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Sam. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for making the time here. And it looked like you were interested and may have seen some of our advertising or maybe heard from another company in your field around our cybersecurity audit services. It seems that you were interested in a SOC 2, and I'm assuming the reason was probably because a client requirement, possibly for marketing aspects, or just to secure and have the peace of mind for your company's cybersecurity hygiene. Would any of those be the reason that you were kind of reaching out to us today? And how did our name come up?
Sam, I was referred to you from someone I met at a business conference, and we're definitely looking to keep our back end cleaned up.
Perfect. Yeah, and that makes sense. We work with a lot of companies in the space where you're in, such as Paycom, and it definitely makes sense that you've heard of them from us. And what I would say is when you go through this process and you're looking through a SOC 2, it's going to give you a lot more than just that peace of mind. But eventually, as you continue to grow, and when I see companies about the $1 million revenue mark, they start to see the RFPs requiring the SOC 2. So to get ahead of the 8 ball is definitely smart of you, as I've seen a lot of companies in the situation where they needed it yesterday. So you definitely coming to us before it's a hard requirement is good on your part and will pay dividends in the end.
Good to know.
And just to give you a little more background kind of about Align and where we position ourselves in the marketplace, you're going to see a lot of different companies out there. Our big slogan is, or kind of what we bring to the table, is the people, the process, and then also the platform. So with the software. So you're going to see a lot of companies, maybe a small CPA firm or a big 4 audit firm. But really what we want to do is get to know your company and grow with you throughout. So as long as you keep expanding, we're here to take care of all your cybersecurity needs. Is that the type of partnership that you're looking for?
Always looking for someone who's going to stay with us as we grow.
All right, let's pause there. Quick phone call for Teresa. So Sam, how did you feel about your connection with Teresa in that round?
Transactional, and I think that's what most of my sales calls are, and just trying to dig deeper and understand the need from her end, to the points of that you were making before. I forget what it was around the personal touch or whatnot. I'm not sure how deep it went, but yeah, I would say it was transactional. And
okay. All right, all good, brother. TTP, agree round 1 was a lot more head-to-head than heart-to-heart overall?
Correct. I agree.
Awesome. All right, yeah. So let's see what our judges have to say. So judges, we're going to give 30 seconds of feedback. If we could stay on the 30 seconds, that would be amazing, just for time integrity. And the first 15 seconds or so will be a few bulleted comments on what you thought went well. And the second 15 seconds just on maybe a couple of things that you thought could be optimized. So Daniela, what do you have in terms of feedback for Sonia? And then a score at the end, please, at the 30 seconds. 10 with a score of 1 to 10.
Okay, scores. I would probably say a 7. I didn't feel that the connection was quite as strong as you would want it to be. I feel that if I would flip-flop the fact finding, I would probably want to engage a bit more about Teresa herself and really get her in her emotional aspect of why she may or may not be looking for a partner right this second, because she obviously said she doesn't like online dating, was very specific. And I think if you talk about your company too much in the beginning and you're selling, and I know you're trying to build the rapport, but get them to engage. People like talking about themselves, and then you'll find a lot more things to talk about and then hook into, then talk about your services. So you get more honed into her specific needs and building rapport that way. So we'll just flip-flop it around a little bit. That's what I would say.
All right, awesome, Danielle. Thank you for that. And how about for Simon?
I think Simon kind of got into it. I think for him, I'm going to give him a lovely 9. He got into it and he was very much engaging into what Teresa was looking for, and then talked about really his company second. And he was very knowledgeable about the industry and gave good comparisons. So I definitely think Sean is better in this round, just a little.
Excellent.
Was actually for
Excellent
Sam.
job. So, yeah, no, great stuff. And how about Melanie? What did you have for Sonia?
So for Sonia, I really liked that she commanded her her data and her expertise. Like, she really showed that she was an expert in her field, and that her company could really help. I think taking that data and using it as a way to ask leading questions so that you can connect more with the heart and how Teresa feels about dating, or what her blue sky scenario would be be helpful. Probably would help get to that yes even more efficiently.
Awesome. And a score?
I would say a 6.
Okay. And how about for Sam?
I have similar comments for Sam. I think we're in the same field, and I can really relate to there's a lot of big words in technology, and you're definitely a commander of your expertise in your field. And there's a lot, and I'm not saying Teresa is one of them, but there's a lot of people that don't know a lot about technology. So using that and sort of putting it into layman's terms, again, to use your knowledge as a way to ask heartfelt questions, right? Because you know why people are suffering from security, or why they're hiring security experts. And so really tap into that sort of hell on earth or blue sky scenario to make that deep connection.
Awesome. And how about score for Sam?
I would say 7.
Thank you, Melanie. Simon, what do you have for Sonia?
Absolutely, Sonia. So I kind of took some notes and broke it down into 3 kind of the structure. You start off with reminding Teresa about yourself. Then you kind of went into some statistics, which I found very appealing. And I like that you introduced the fact that, people spend 90 minutes a day on, dating apps, looking to find a partner. And that's kind of the pain factor you introduced, which was great. And then you led the person to the solution. The only kind of thing I would suggest doing is, in the beginning, talk more about Teresa and the prospect on the phone, and finding out, their struggles and pain points, rather than spending the first couple of minutes talking all about yourself and where you're currently at. So if you could just switch those 2 things around in terms of, talking about yourself and finding out the pain problems of the prospect, I think you would do much better. But aside from that, I really enjoyed it, and I think you did very well. I would give you an 8 out of 10 for this.
All right, next. How about for Sam?
Sam, I feel like it to me, as a person observing from the third kind of point of view, it felt very scripted and transactional, as you even mentioned. Sound transactional as most of your phone calls. You said, Joe. In my personal understanding, I feel like you went a little bit too much, about what the company does, rather than finding out what the prospects' needs and wants are and where they may be lacking and where you could add value to them. You were just kind of, I guess, giving them the bio, the information about here's who we are, here's what we do, here's the services we provide, rather than trying to connect on a deeper level with Teresa and finding out, hey, where is it you actually, what's your biggest problem currently? Where is it we could actually add value, and having Teresa kind of leading her to that answer of like, yes, this, service and product would actually, solve my needs and wants, and having it click in her head for herself that it actually is, a great product. So I would give Sam 7.
Nice. Excellent job. All right. Wonderful job. Thank you, judges. And Sonia and Sam, excellent work.
Sean, it's Adam. Sean, I think we are having some technical difficulty with Sonia. But I would also just quickly like to jump in, being I come from the space ADP and the
Adam, that's not where you come from. Adam comes from having managed 15 million to 100 million phone calls per year. He took a company from $3.5 million to $750 million after being the number one sales for 3 consecutive years, building a sales team from 0 to 500 people, Inc. 500 magazine 3 years in a row, and also was the number one inside salesperson in the country for ADP. So yes, you don't just come from a corporate background, you come from that background, and that's the conveyance of heroic unique identity. It's just what happened. Adam, we are way over time integrity. So real quick, brother, what you got?
Yeah, no. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I came from that space in the head-to-head or that transactional space. And it wasn't until I discovered, Sean, this formula, your formula, and understood the head-to-head and the heart-to-heart. And there is no question my level of mastery and the ability to connect on that level, even in that world, will exponentially increase your ability and your overall acceleration. So I just wanted to make sure that I got that point in.
Yeah, awesome. And so Sonia is not able to reconnect. Is that right?
I'm doing my best with Laura.
Okay, so let's go round 2. Let's kick it off. All good. So round 2, let's go with Simon. Round 2, you ready, brother?
Yes, I am ready. Am I the contestant, or am I the person?
No, you're continuing your conversation in like round 2. So Teresa got interrupted midway.
Sam.
She's ready to continue.
Sam, yeah, no, it's okay. Sam.
I'm sorry, Sam.
Yep. All right, thanks for coming back here. So I guess I'll dive a little bit deeper here. Have you ever been through anything similar to an IT audit or just a financial audit in the past?
We've been through financial audits, yes.
And how was that experience for you? Any pros, cons for your current provider on that financial audit?
Well, it was really very painful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I could imagine, and no one really gets excited for audits. I could say that even with our clients, but what we do is we try and make that process as smooth as possible. My CEO came from that field, and that's why he started our company here, was to try and make it less painful. When you were going through that audit, what did you use to share the information back and forth? Were you using Excel documents or Dropbox?
Excel documents.
And I'm sure that could be a headache, and things can get mixed up in translation there. Would that be correct?
Absolutely.
Yep. So the one thing that's nice that allows us to make that a thing of the past is, as I mentioned before, we have the people and the process, and then also the platform. So the third thing, the platform there, is we do have a software that we built in house called Ascend. And what that does is it streamlines the evidence gathering and allows us to not have to work through those Excel documents to gather information or Dropbox. So I would love to be able to give you a chance to view that software if you want a demo, and I can show you how we streamline the process and how this audit, we'd really be more wearing your jersey instead of coming in and trying to get you where you may have missed the mark. Would that be something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah.
Sounds good. So I can go ahead and set up that demo. And what I do is I'd go through the process with you from signing a contract to what it would look like you uploading that information, which is about a couple months. And then for that actual 2 weeks of us performing the field work, and then 2 weeks after that, you get the report in hand. So I'll be able to walk through that whole process with you, you being able to see it through the software, really make it clear for you. So I look forward to having that meeting with you. Is there anything else around the process that concerns that you might have at this time, or any questions in general?
No, I mean, I guess my only question would be, I'd love to set up a time to sit down and have you walk me through the steps so I can understand it from a 30,000 foot view.
Yep. And I think that would be beneficial for both of us. So I can send you a link here. Is there a time later this week that works?
Yeah, I could probably pull off Friday at 3.
All right, sounds good. So I'll send you a Zoom link. Feel free to share anyone on your team. I always suggest if you have someone who is actually maybe the CTO or is actually going to be working through the software, have them join the call as well. And I can show you how they would all be involved in this process and what it would look like for you.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent job. How'd that feel for you, Sam?
It felt good. I tried to do a bit more discovering, which again, I'm usually more of a transactional, and there's some things that I'm set where I know the answer with the prospect where it's hard to set up Teresa as she's not in the space, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to adapt to giving her the answers while usually I know my client's answers, if that makes sense.
Yep. So awesome job. Do we have Sonia back?
We do not.
All good? Nope. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to drop in real quick with Simon. Would you be up for just engaging on something real quick? I mean, Sam. I keep saying
Always.
Sam.
What's the?
Yes.
Okay.
Simon's open.
So,
and Sam.
So Sam, what brought you on to the Real Raw today?
So yeah, it was my friend Jordan Edwards referred me here. I think he's going through a program with you guys and just reached out, and he knows I'm in the sales field and thought he could take value from this, so I hopped on.
Awesome. So got it, friend, but what would be a hopeful outcome for you from today?
I think that I already got some value just around the way to connect more, and instead of hear their concerns, and there's a lot of ways that I can apply that throughout the sales cycle.
Yeah, no, awesome. So, but let me ask you this. So as you look at where you are, right, and making decisions about doing things, and I think this applies to like everybody, there's a wanting for something, right? So, and I think it breaks into categories of like money, time, magic, sometimes all three, sometimes two of the three. And what is it for you as you're coming into today, right? So none of us do anything unless there's something that we're solving for. So, right, and I get it, like, oh, this might be pretty cool, but why would you want to optimize your selling and your sales cycle? Like, what's this all about for you?
Yeah, I think the better I am at sales and the more confident I am in my skills, the more indispensable I am. So I feel like time, money, it all goes with that. And I think being able to maybe have a natural knack for it is one thing. To be able to qualify and quantify exactly how I can do it and just grow as a salesperson is going to give me all the benefits of the money, time, and quote unquote magic.
Yeah. And what is like magic look like for you? If you could have it all your way and you look out on the horizon and you're creating all the things you want to create in the world, like what's that look like for you?
The ability to connect and influence people in a positive way, and the larger amount of people, the more I can help and the better I can feel. So just connections in general, whatever form that comes in.
Yeah, but that influence and those connections, that's a beautiful thing. But then what do they provide? Like what happens ultimately? Like what's the vision of your life, your career? If everything goes the way you want it to, what does that look like?
Yeah, and I don't think that I could give you a certain career path for myself. I think that finding those.
You know what? Ready? So watch this. I'm not asking for a certain career path at all. But like, what does your life stand for?
what's created? What are you proud of? When you look back 100 years from now and you look at all the things you've created, what does that look like? What is it?
Yeah, the legacy you leave, the people you've helped, and the connections you've made.
Yeah. But what does that give you at the end? Like, what do you want to create and be most proud of?
Connections with people. So your legacy.
What? Yeah. And what would they say about you?
I was able to show them a new way of doing, thinking, or living that improved their lives.
Okay. And we're going somewhere very intentional, I promise. And why would you want to improve people's lives? Who cares about people? What do you care?
I think
It's all
that,
about, right?
yeah. In turn, there's a fulfillment you get from that makes you want to live, which I think is the purpose of being here. So,
Right. And the purpose of being here is what? If you could say it one more time.
Well, I guess was to impact others, which then in effect allows you to be motivated and get up every day. So I think it's kind of in turn impacts yourself. So helping others, helping yourself is all kind of connects back to each other.
Yeah. And do you feel more in your body now than you did when you're, let's say, communicating around one? Are you more in your head now or in your body now? I know there's other people watching. There's certain like uncertainties. This is new. Thank you for courage and vulnerability. But do you feel more in your body or more in your head now?
Body, I would say.
Yeah. So it's from this place, right? Oprah Winfrey said she held the microphone for 30,000 people because every person she communicated with, she left them with the message, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. And in every communication we have with every human being, no matter how much they would insist on being logically minded, they'll settle for logical and people will settle for transactional. But what everybody is truly craving is connection. And the connection they're craving is to be seen, heard, and understood as they see themselves and see the world. And for 99% of people, even the people closest to us, we don't get that. And so we could talk for 100 hours about all of this, but the first microscopic jump off point is to truly be present to people and not just listening to like, oh yeah, I like the Jets. Oh, cool. Yeah, I like going on vacation. But we connect on a heart-centered level. And we start to get into what people's purpose is and why they want things and where this is all going. And authentically, we're listening to them and leaving them with the impression that what their vision of the future, that it matters, they care. And here's who I'm hearing you as. Not judging you, I'm hearing you as. I'm hearing you, Sam, as a person that wants to get better, that wants to be indispensable and valuable, what you shared, so you can have a larger and larger impact on the world and people. And every time, all the different ways I was asking you, you kept coming back to connection and impact and influence. And that's an unbelievable and beautiful mission. And letting people feel that part of you, however successful you are already, I'm sure you're very successful, is only going to take that to another level. So how does that sound for you?
It sounds like a good part of myself to work on. I would agree.
Yeah, not even work on it, it's there. It's just letting it out, right? You don't have to create it, you have to transform, just let it out. And we live in societal conditioning where Simon was talking about earlier, we're taught from teachers and structures that don't teach us about the superpower influence. And people are like, who are you and why are you saying all this? 23 years ago, I realized after graduating from Columbia University and being captain of the baseball team and graduating law school with honors, that the world worked in a very different way than I learned in Ivy League undergrad and honors law school graduate. That the world that we claim to be structured, professional, logical, worked and was driven by emotion and logical justification. And that it was incredibly easy to create disruptive patterns in people's listening, communication, and integrous influence. I built a 40-person law firm 2 years out of law school. I own a 125-person law firm now. I have the unique privilege of being one of only 2 people in the country to have 2 top 100 national jury verdicts, and the only person who did it who was blind. And those dynamics were not because I was so smart, because I was so wonderful. It was because I learned things from other people in a science and a process to unlock the depth of connection and influence of people. And so you're amazing as you are. So is everybody here. And we're all looking to continue to unlock our next level of mastery in that space. Like Melanie's 6 Sigma black belt, having our 8th degree black belt in influence mastery and knowing what to do with it is what unlocks the money, time, and magic. So pause there. Awesome. Simon, thoughts, feedback on that second round and anything we're saying, and how was your experience today on the Real Raw, my friend?
Absolutely. Sam, I think you did a much better job the second time after we gave you some initial feedback, trying to connect and understand Teresa's issues and just her needs a little bit, more. I wrote down something you said here, which I think could have been addressed. Let me see if I can find it. If not, I believe you said something along the lines of, I think you said, Teresa, I want to give you the chance to test out our new software, something along those lines. Let me send you like a free trial. I think you should, that's a great thing that you're giving her a free trial, but I think you have to word it a little bit differently because she is in the position to be giving you the chance, not the other way around. You're not giving her the chance because she's the prospect. You're trying to get her as a client. So she's the one giving you the chance. You're not giving her the chance to, kind of, hop on the software. So just a little bit better with wording, but I think you improved much better from the first kind of phone call that you picked up.
Awesome, Simon. And how was your experience today?
Experience was wonderful. I'll definitely, if I'm able to, hop on here again as both contestant and judge. I think this is, great for, developing a little bit better self-awareness on where you currently are and what you can do to improve in, all areas, not only sales, but also integrity-based human influence connections and, all areas of your life. And you can also meet some awesome people. So I'm grateful for
Well, Simon, thank you, brother. You're super impressive. Daniela, what say you for Sam in that round? And yes, thank you for being here as well today.
My pleasure. Sam, you continue to listen to the critiquing we gave you, and you did connect a lot more and started to ask and fact find, looking ways to, put your service in her hands, and you do such a much better job. Definitely. So you're definitely in the listening, learning, and able to adapt mode. So yeah, this time much better. I agree with Simon and everything he said. So I would say connection was definitely met. You relaxed a lot more. It's tough to be put in this position, all these people listening. But so great job on this round, absolutely. And my experience today was wonderful. I've really enjoyed listening to people, realizing that we're all about connecting, and very much enjoyed being a judge on this round.
Thank you, Danielle. Great job. And Melanie, how was today for you? And thoughts for Sam?
Sure. Sam, much better job. I really appreciated not only how you connected better with Teresa, but at the end, how you made it really a team event and said, here's your invite, but invite anybody at your organization who wants to take part to make it really an organization-wide learning experience. So I thought that was great. I think you could take it to even yet another level by putting yourself in your ideal client's shoes and just getting an understanding of what they would want to hear or what would be a connection level for them. And I think that would just help you get in even more into your heart. My experience on the show today has been nothing but amazing. I'm a lifelong learner, so this goes into that bucket of continuing to learn and grow. You never, unless you're looking in a mirror, you never really see truly how people are interpreting you. Right? Like you think you see it, but until somebody mirrors it back for you, you don't actually see it. So this is a great mirror for everybody that's on it to say, here's how we see you, hear you, feel you. And that's what I've taken away, and it's been amazing.
Melanie, Daniela, Simon, Sam, Sonia, I know we had technical difficulties. Teresa and Gina, Adam and Gino. Thank you all for your courage, your vulnerability, your investment of time and energy. And this is the end of our journey. Let's all remember that influence truly is a superpower, and all of its micro distinctions that we don't see what we don't see because we're all blind and just learning to see. But hopefully this is just the beginning. Have a beautiful